Hi everyone, I hope you guys doing well, and today video will be about clematises, how to make clematises bloom beautifully with lots of buds and just grow in a beautiful vine how it's supposed to be. So there is a couple points, pinpoints how make your clematis blooming beautifully, and number one, it's correct planting. What is a correct planting? When you get a plant or a plug, you don't just plant where it's coming up from roots. You want to plant a little bit deeper. That way, if let's have let me see. Of course, this is the vine, and if you have where leaves is coming out, you want to plant even deeper. That dampness will help plant shoot even more vines from the bottom, so that way it will for sure will give you extra more vines next year. That's number one. Number two is know what kind of type clematis do you have. Clematis is divided by three types. It is spring blooming, summer blooming, and fall blooming, and depends what kind of you have. You have to prune them accordingly in the spring. For example, this clematis, by the way, here is two clematises together combined. They're very close color to each other, so that's why they look like it's one clematis. It's two here. There are early spring blooming clematises, so they're blooming right now for me right now, and that's it. Spring and fall they're not gonna bloom, and all what I have it's beautiful lush green vines, and that's it. So this type of a clematis, you prune them barely. I even try not prune them till I see spring shoots, spring waking up leaves, and I prune only what it looks like that, all the way up that, because if you prune this clematis all the way down or even halfway, it will not it will not shoot new vines and then bloom. It will spend all its energy on shooting new vines, tall vines, and there will be almost no flowers on it. So this is talking about spring one. Then another clematis, it's summer blooming, and summer blooming is will start blooming in the spring and will go to a summer. And this type of a clematis is you can prune a little bit stronger, a little bit lower, because while they'll be blooming at the same time, they still would be growing their vines, and so you have plenty of kind of flowers, buds on your clematis. And last type of a clematis, it's the one that's blooming in the fall, which is here I have this gorgeous green beast, and it's sweet autumn clematis. And as you can see, you see comparison. And this guy is not done even growing all these vines. It's be going all the way up, and then it's be overflow down. Will be incredible and be very lush, big bush. So this summer autumn sweet clematis, I trimmed down all vines all the way to the bottom. So all what you see it's right now grew literally in about 1 month. That's how much it took it. 1 month to grow all this vine. Incredible. So this guy, I trimmed him only a little bit because it's my spring blooming clematis. This one is a spring blooming clematis too. This one both spring blooming, and this one is a summer blooming. I forgot name, it's skipping my name right now, but it's blooming right now. It's setting new buds, and vine is still growing. So know what kind of clematis you have, and how prune accordingly. It's very important. Besides that, next it's soil. You have to work your soil. You cannot just plop your clematis wherever soil you have. If you have poor soil like me, for example, when I started gardening 7 years ago, my soil is literally 3 inches of sandy soil, and then it's a clay, red strong clay. I was adding compost in my flower beds. I still adding some more wood mulching, wood mulch, and I adding compost and grass clippings and leaf mold every year a little bit. I adding so my this soil in this flower bed is fluffy and full of nutrients. Without that, doesn't matter where you planted, what kind of good clematis you planted, it will not give you big strong flowers and vines too. Fertilizer. I usually fertilize my clematis twice a year. It's early in the spring and in the fall. It could be any fertilizer. I usually use like for roses clematis, because clematis kind of woody, so roses is the best one. Or also I also could add a little bit for azaleas and hydrangea, because that is hydrangea and azalea will give acidic, and clematis love acidic soil. Or you can also add a little bit coffee ground, and don't worry, coffee ground don't have too much acidic after how you already brew your coffee, so what left is plenty of what need for clematis, so you can add that. And what else? Clematis love that it's of course, except for sweet autumn clematis. Sweet autumn clematis don't care too much. All other clematises love when their vines up to a sun but feet is covered. Not discovered, feet are covered. And here, as you can see, I have, this is some kind of weed, I don't know the name of it, but it's a weed growing, and I can leave it here to grow, so it's give a shade to my clematis for now and later when this what's this hardy hibiscus, when this hardy hibiscus get bigger, I will pull out all these weeds, so that's why it's will give a shade for now to clematis, and later it will be covered by hardy hibiscus. So yes, it's wanna be shaded, don't wanna have soil at their feet to be overheated with sun, and especially like we have here sun and humidity, so it's don't want to overheat it. And of course, last one is not least, you have to give clematis a time. And this is what some of my friends are very impatient. They're buying clematis in a small baggies from Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, any other store, in little baggie where it's just very little plug, and they want its bloom for the first year or next year. I'm sorry to say, it doesn't matter how much soil you will apply or how much fertilizer, you will not get from plug even next year vine like that. You will not get it. Clematis need time to get stronger and bigger. So of course, what you can do, it's like I did video last year. I bought clematis already kind of pretty tall, and this too same. I did video on how I planted them last year. I got them already on in a pot, and they already was 2-3 years old. So last year when I planted, and this year they're coming up, they're about 3 years old. And here you go. I mean, this one already done blooming, but this vine grew up about halfway in only 1 year. And look at how many flower buds it gave. Of course, lots are still closed, but it's a lots of buds. It's pretty good for 3-year-old clematis. It's a very good look, and now it's just will be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So you have to get patience with your clematises to let them grow to their full potential. Even sweet autumn clematis, when you have baby sweet autumn clematis, for the first 2-3 years it will root it in. For first 2-3 years it will not give you this vine even growing from the bottom of the soil. It will not do it. It's need time for roots to get established. My sweet autumn clematis started growing big like this on a year of number 3, even 4, and now this is doing every year like this for me, like this big and taller. Well, you found somebody to bark at. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have an amazing day, and see you next time. Bye.